Hello and welcome to the video. This is what is realistically my first YouTube video. So what we're going to be looking at today is the Temple of Time that I built in Minecraft. Now before I go any further, I think it's fair to say that this build took many hours to do. It's as faithful a representation as I can make, and it was all done in survival mode, and it was done on hard mode also. So as you can see in the background, that's the building. Quite a big size. So what I'm going to do is show people around so you can have a look. And if you like what you see, I would appreciate if you give this video just a thumbs up, because it did take a long time to build. So yeah, let's go and have a look. I think it's fair to shout out, this building was built by myself. I don't think there was any bricks that were put down that weren't put down there by me. But there are some people who want to shout out. NL Dizzy, Don Mullins, Nicola is cool, and rugby lad Josh Wyburn. So first off, I'll give you a quick tour outside the building. I tried to keep it as faithful as I could to the actual game, and the varying bits that you can see off the internet. So around the side, it has 10 windows, which are all styled as best as I possibly could. Like I say, as faithful to the game as I could. We have the trees, the kind of orchard, which is visible in the game. We have the sword chamber at the back here, where the Master Sword would lie. There's a massive window there, which I'll show you when we're actually inside. And realistically, the whole temple is just surrounded by a wall with trees all going around. And again, all the building is symmetrical. That was one of the hardest things to do, actually building it, measuring it up correctly. That did take quite a while. So first off then, outside, we have the reflective pools here. Originally, these were built the same size, which, having looked at the temple, they're actually not the same size. The left one, well, depending on which way you're looking at it, the left one is bigger than the right one, as the right one has to have the path coming all the way through. So the building, from the videos I could see, some people in Minecraft have tried to stylize it a little bit, but I want to keep it as faithful to the actual in-game representation, which, if you look at it, is actually quite plain on the outside. So as we go into the building now, I wanted to give it a sense of majesty, a sense of grandeur and scale. So going in, this is the first thing that you see. We have the door to time right all the way back there, which we'll look at in a moment. And then we have the ceilings and the roof and whatnot, which, again, all this was done by hand in survival mode. So all this was cobblestone or silk touch stone, which was then turned into stone brick, and then built that way. So it took a long time to build, many hours. We have the front of the temple here from the inside. Obviously, I wanted to kind of give it a bit of detail inside, because that's anyone's guess what it looks like. There are various interpretations depending on whose model you look at and what builds that you do. So we have the towers here, which simply go up, and then the same this side. The red carpet, that was supplied by one of the world members. I wouldn't have been able to get it done in the time that I did, which was already in the hundreds of hours, if I didn't have the people here actually helping me out, getting me the resources. So then we come to the center of the temple. Every representation that I saw always had a kind of like a little plinth, a little raised bit with a Triforce on there. Obviously, we're using blocks, and we can't use polygons, so we get a bit of a square Triforce. This here is then the altar, which is divided into the 3. So if it were possible to actually put something down, we'd be able to go 1, 2, and 3, which would then open the door to time here in the back. Each side of the temple, like I say, was built symmetrically with the torches and whatnot. And then we have the columns which go right up to the ceiling. And you know, I tried to stylize these the best as I possibly could. And for all intents and purposes, I think I did a good job. You know, that's why I'm showing you this video. Hopefully that you'll agree. So yeah, then we come into the sword chamber. Now, again, keep in mind that this was all done in survival mode. The walls are all done by by quartz, which was all mined from the nether. We put a stained glass window in the back here because obviously this is where the Master Sword would lie. Whether this exists or not in one or many permutations of the Temple of Time, I don't know. But ultimately, I thought it'd be a good idea to make it clear what it actually stood for, you know. So this here is obviously the sword chamber. It goes right up to the ceiling. As you can see, it's so tall, it actually has clouds going through it at the top there. Each of these grey little pedestals here represents one of the one of the 7 sages. There was only so much you can do in Minecraft, unfortunately, in terms of design. Here is where the Master Sword would sit. It would be good to get the sword pedestal mod. I haven't done that for fear of actually wrecking my game, although I do feel that that is one of the things which are missing from the final build. So yeah, that's the roof of the temple, which you wouldn't believe how many times I actually fell off from there and died painfully, splatting on the floor. But all this is quartz. All of this was mined from the nether. And anyone who knows anything about Minecraft, obviously, you mine the quartz. The quartz then gets converted into brick. You lose a lot of the... you get a very much depreciated value. We then had to make columns and the actual brickwork from the quartz stone. So this took a long time to actually get the resources together and build. We have a solid gold triforce on the wall there to mirror the other side. We then come back out of the temple. And of course the carpet at the altar there, which you've probably already seen. And that's it really. I mean, this is the Temple of Time. Like I say, one of the largest builds that I've ever done. There are other buildings in the village, in the town. We are actually looking at building the world. There's a castle there with a working portcullis, and the mansion over there, which was the very first build. If you do want a bit of a guided tour around the village, depending on if you like what you see, please give this video a like and a thumbs up, and obviously I will show you more videos, you know, and if you have any suggestions of anything else you'd like me to build, either from a pop culture icon or just something which tickles your fancy, please let me know. And if it's a good enough build, I will certainly build it, or give it a damn good go. So there it is, the Temple of Time, the Legend of Zelda. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I thank you ever so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Take care.